Good afternoon from Zapata Falls. We're Keith and Hannah, and over the next 3 months we're going to be going to 18 national parks. The first one being Great Sand Dunes, but before we go into the park we stopped here because it's a super popular spot. So right now we're going to start the half-mile hike to the falls.
You can literally see the sand dunes from the trailhead.
And like I said, this is a half-mile hike there and a half-mile hike back. But going there, it seems like so far it's just all uphill.
Chloe's taking it very well.
Yeah, Chloe's she's just going, but for us
it's
been a little more difficult, I guess, but there's a nice little hike. And we made it. It was busy when we first got here, so we took a minute, and now everybody's gone. So I'm just gonna show you what this looks like.
I have to say, when we first walked up to it, I honestly did not think that the falls were even falling. I was like, oh, we just walked up here for this little tiny waterfall. But it turns out you actually have to go back into almost like a cave. It's kind of reminds me of like a slot canyon. And you walk back there, there's only like one place to stand, but the water is just flowing like crazy. One of the coolest things that we've done in a while. But now we're going to head back down and go to Great Sand Dunes. Chloe, did you have fun?
She had fun being carried.
Home sweet home, right?
Yep, home sweet home.
So you're probably wondering, Keith and Hannah, you were supposed to take me to Great Sand Dunes National Park, and it looks like it's the middle of the night there. Well, that's because it is. When we were done hiking at the waterfall, it was like middle of the afternoon, and it's not really recommended to go out to the dunes in the afternoon because the sand temperatures can reach up to 150 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very hot for us, very hot for Chloe. And there were also some storm clouds coming in. And another thing about the dunes is I guess they make it seem like you're more likely to get struck by lightning out there. So we were kind of waiting that out, and then it got to around like 5 p.m. And something else you should know about the dunes is that it's an international dark sky park, which means it's far enough away from like city lights, and they don't have any bright lights out here, so it's a perfect place to see the stars. So instead of coming in the evening last night, we decided that we would sleep for a couple of hours and come here in the middle of the night, basically, so that we can try to see the stars. So right now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We are almost ready. So we should be heading out the door in a minute, and they say it takes about an hour and 15 minutes to hike up to the top of the first dune. We probably won't go any farther than that because we don't really have a reason to, and there's only so far that Chloe can go anyway. She's gonna start out in her backpack because we're both scared of the dark, but should be a fun adventure.
Hannah's crazy.
I knew you've been thinking that this whole time. Mm-hmm. You gotta go in here. Come on. Turn around here, silly. Are you comfy? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Hi, silly.
How's that?
I'm exhausted.
That was honestly one of the hardest hikes we've ever done.
It's not like the length of it, it's just the sand.
Oh, we haven't even made it to the top yet.
I know. Honestly, I think we also have no idea where we're going.
Yeah.
So that adds some trouble to it.
But we can see the stars.
Well, we didn't make it to, what was it called?
High Dune.
High Dune. But we made it to the top of something.
There's not a name for this. This is just part of the trail.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's high enough for us. It's a dune and it's high enough.
We have a good view.
It's really pretty.
Of everything.
Also,
honestly, we started hiking this at 3:10. It is now 6 o'clock.
we've been sitting here for a little bit, but
Yeah.
what we should have done probably is started with using the map on all trails.
Yeah.
Because we got, I don't know, I
We
don't
weren't
want to say
really off
halfway
track.
up, but we got up and we were like, well, we have no idea where we're going, and then we used all trails.
And it
so-
was still dark.
So I think if you start with that, maybe, and follow the trail, maybe it would be
And it's the first one that comes up. It's High Dune Trail.
a little more.
And I don't really think we would have that much farther to go, but honestly, we just wanted to stop because this is going to be a really good spot for sunrise.
Honestly, this is a hike.
It
Like,
is.
Hiking in the sand is no joke.
And on all trails, it does say it is rated hard.
Oh,
And
really?
Yeah.
Oh, pretty
So
good.
when it says that, believe it, because
It's not the distance or the elevation, really. It's just
the
fact that
sand.
you're hiking in the sand.
Yeah.
It is all uphill, too, so
Yeah.
that makes it harder.
But going down should be fun.
Yeah. I wish we had the sand boards so we could, like, sandboard down, but...
This is hard.
Well, we decided to go ahead and hike up to High Dune, and we made it. Wow. Really is pretty up here. But the hike is not for the weak.
Not for the faint of heart.
No, because this was tough, but it's absolutely beautiful up here.
Let me say something. As you can probably tell by my breathing,
Both of our breathing.
the air's a little thin up here. But honestly, it is worth it because you can see over everything and the views are incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, show it out there because that's like the best view of the whole place.
Here it is. Okay, so now we're starting the trek back down.
Hopefully it's easier.
I think it's gonna be easier. It looks like when we get to one spot, it's almost just a straight shot. So, and it's gotta be easier than coming up because that was not easy.
Okay, we're running. After our big hike and overnight adventure this morning, we went to a spot kind of down the road where you pull into Zapata Falls and decided that we deserved a nap after waking up at 1:45 in the morning. But we are headed back into the park right now for sunset, and we're gonna shoot a little bit more tonight. I thought now would be the perfect time to talk about the other things that you can do here because it's a small park. There's not a lot to do, but if you want some options, these are that. These are them. So first of all, the time that you need to spend here is about half a day to a day. If you really want to, you can spend 2 days, but half a day to a day is plenty. And aside from hiking, one of the most popular things to do is rent a sandboard and go sandboarding or sand sledding down the dunes. And you can do that, wow, that's really bright. You can do that, Chloe, sit. You can do that either at the Oasis store right before you pull into the park, or there is a place in Alamosa, just Google it, and look up sandboards or sand sleds for Great Sand Dunes National Park. So that's like one of the top things to do aside from hiking the dunes. Next would be the Medano Pass Primitive Road. You do need 4-wheel drive to go down that road. So we will not be doing that because our van is not 4-wheel drive, but they say that that's a good place to see a lot of wildlife, get a different view of the park. There's also a campground here if you want to camp in the park, but there's BLM land right down the road, probably 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's about 20-25 minutes.
About 20 to 25 minutes.
It's really nice too.
But it's really nice. It's right at the base of Blanca Peak, I believe. And then the other thing, if you're coming here early in the summer or late springtime after the snow has melted, Medano Creek will be flowing. So you can play in the water, build some sandcastles, whatever your heart desires.
One more thing that I wanted to add is you can also get a permit to camp in the dunes.
Oh, yeah,
if you wanted to get like a tent or something, that would be a really cool experience. We saw a couple of people doing that, and yeah, I don't know. It would be kind of scary to us.
I mean, we basically did that getting here at 3 o'clock in the morning.
If you want to like fully set up a tent and everything, like you can't do that. So.
And honestly, that could help split up the hike if you're down for camping like that. We did not see any wildlife overnight, so that was kind of refreshing. I know that there have been talks of mountain lion or bobcat prints. Is that what you would call it?
Yeah.
Prints. So they're definitely in the area, and the kangaroo rats, you see prints from them everywhere. But still, we didn't see anything, and we were here for 5 hours overnight, basically. So, yeah, anything else you have to add?
If you're traveling in an RV, just be cautious of being in the park before it opens and then being parked, because we did get a knock by a ranger saying, like, asking like if we tried to spend the night overnight. Obviously we know
we didn't.
Obviously we know not to do that, but just a heads up that it is a 24-hour park, so.
And I don't know if we said this earlier before either, but this is an international dark sky park. So it's open 24/7 after the sun sets. You can still stay in here and have a good time seeing the stars. Now that we are freshly showered and got all of the sand off of us, it is the perfect time to finish this video. And not only that, it's the perfect time because we're ready to head to our next national park. I did want to insert some of the pictures that we got last night. We ended up going out again. Chloe decided that she needed to come over and say hi. We decided to go out again to try to get some more shots of the stars because the first ones that we got just really didn't shine through as much as I was hoping for. So we ended up going out a second time and they turned out so much better. So I'm gonna have Keith insert those here. And I don't know, how do you think that your time in Great Sand Dunes National Park was?
I think it was good. I mean, you really don't need that much time there.
It's good for like half a day to a day. That's like the perfect place to go.
Just be prepared.
Thanks, Chloe.
I mean, like, it's not like you're hiking up that much and like the distance technically isn't that long, but because you're in the sand, it's so much harder. So I would wear long socks and boots or wear sandals.
Agreed.
Is what I would say.
So now we are just wanting to wrap this video up so that we can get on to the next one. The next time you see us, we will be in Rocky Mountain National Park. We hope you enjoyed this video. What are they supposed to do?
Not yawn. Like this video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next one.